Some people might wonder, why would I want to go to a place that's the headquarters or the home of the KKK? And I'm, you know, curious about a lot of things. And I'm, you know, trying not to be judgmental, although it's pretty easy to be judgmental in a situation like this. But I'm also curious about the town. You know, it has a history. It's called Zinc because it's a mining town, and you know, it wasn't always home to this guy who is the Grand Wizard of the KKK. And so I kind of want to go and see the town, and there's some older historic things there. Also, you know, the fact that it is home to a chapter of the KKK is interesting, I guess you could say. One way to say it. Is the town supportive? Or are the people not? Maybe they aren't. So I'm going to go in and see what I can find. I can tell you that it is a little different, maybe a little nervous going to a place like this, but I have seen other videos of even black people going in and you know, having interviews with people, and so it makes you a little less, you know, nervous to visit a place that's sometimes referred to as the most racist town in the United States. So let's roll into Zinc, Arkansas, and see if we can figure anything out that hasn't already been shown on YouTube before. Mind if I park here and I can see the bridge? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Take yourself home.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I've been on a couple other swinging bridges, and this is certainly the most rickety of them all. Whoa. I don't think it goes anywhere. Well, what does it go to? Huh. So the gentleman who lives near this bridge said to make myself at home. So I'm going to make myself at home here on the bridge and talk about Zinc a little bit. You know, obviously the reasons it has been in the news is because of the KKK, but it does have a history. The town does have a different history. Let's talk about that first. And it's named Zinc because it was a zinc mining town in the 1890s, and it grew to, you know, a decent sized town. It was a couple hundred people, and kind of peaked around World War I, and it had businesses, it had a school, and was a decent little community. And then in 1927 there was a big flood. I'm assuming maybe where this bridge is, I'm guessing. And it damaged a lot of homes and a lot of businesses, and it slowly started to decline as the post office closed in like 1975. And the last business, or the last store that was here was in the 1960s. So on to the, why it's like kind of the home of the KKK. And it wasn't that until on into the 21st century where a guy named Thomas Robb moved here and he started a church. And, you know, the KKK is, you know, obviously it's been around forever, and but it's had different versions, and I'm not an expert, but from what I understand, most of the KKK chapters are small little pockets around the country, and like this one, and this is just this little area. And but apparently, from what I have read, this is one of, if not the largest one in the United States. And so that's interesting. Obviously it's a very small community, so it's not like in a, you know, a large area where there's a lot of population. So Thomas Robb moved here, started a church. There have been some interesting YouTube videos out there. You know, you can do some searching for Zinc, Arkansas, and you'll see some of those that have millions of views. And so I'm trying to give it a little different perspective, because people come here, there's plenty of videos to talk about all that, and obviously I'm talking about that now, but none of the videos kind of show the town. And you know, this bridge is actually, I saw is on the National Register of Historic Places. So like I said, there's history, and now it's got to be difficult if you're someone who lives here, or maybe you've lived here for your whole life, and the image of your town is the racist town in America, and maybe it wasn't always that way. And so, you know, I don't know. I'm not trying to have sympathy for anybody that lives here affiliated with KKK, but if they aren't, and they just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, and maybe, you know, they couldn't afford to move, that could be difficult. So, you know, I'm gonna walk around, show you a little bit more of town, and then, you know, the church is up kind of a back road. I don't know, you know, it's not like something you can go visit, but maybe we'll go drive up there. Well, that was an interesting experience, I guess you could say. Sorry, it's all gravel roads. It's really and truly gorgeous around here. I mean, whenever you find like an old mining town, it is going to be in the hills or the mountains. It's going to be really pretty. I get it that I'm a white guy. I'm going into a town like that, and everybody that I saw talked to one guy. I mean, everybody's friendly. And I know that's not how it would probably be with everyone. I did feel a little odd driving up to where the church entrance was, but just thought I would go up there and check that out. I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can be and just talking about the town. And obviously, I'm pretty biased about other aspects of maybe some of the people who live in the town, but the town does have a history, you know, kind of interesting history. The you know, the houses, it's just kind of a worn out town, and there's not very many, you know, new houses, obviously, and the swinging bridge is pretty interesting. I think my body weight was about as much as it could probably hold. So, fair warning if anybody wants to visit Zinc. I'm not sure if I would recommend anyone to visit Zinc, but you know, I feel like I want to visit as many places as I can. I went to Cairo, Illinois, and that was a very strange experience, going through places that were, you know, really rough, and you know, seen way better days. So I'm interested in going to places like that, and you know, I think that even, you know, you go through some places that have a beautiful area and a town that's full of, you know, positive history, and then this is history. This is, and current events, current history, I guess. It'll be history, but it's current events now. That's what's going on here. What do you think of Zinc, Arkansas? Was it what you thought it would be? I think that's the biggest thing. You know, I had certain preconceptions, a little nervous driving into town, and once I got there, it really wasn't. So what do you think? What did you think? What did you think it was going to be when you clicked on the title? Did you think it was going to be something totally different? So, all right. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.